You can already feel that distance between you. Not a fight, not coldness, just the sense that something has ended and something else has quietly begun. I am the Six of Swords, and I appear when the decision has already been made inside, even if no one has said it out loud yet. Sometimes with me, a couple moves through a crisis together. After a difficult period, people suddenly speak more calmly, listen better, stop fighting, and begin moving forward again. Sometimes I show emotional recovery after conflict. The tension fades, conversations soften. It becomes easier to breathe next to each other again. Very often, I point to a shared transition into a new stage, a move, a change in the structure of the relationship, or a decision to start again without repeating old mistakes. And sometimes I show a conscious decision to leave a connection that is no longer safe or alive. That is not failure. That is the moment someone chooses themselves. Sometimes distance appears not because everything is ending, but because the relationship needs space to survive. Space helps people understand what they truly feel. I also represent relationships becoming more mature, less drama, fewer emotional swings, more calm, more clarity. Very often, I describe a situation where one partner supports the other through a difficult period in life, when the relationship becomes less about passion and more about stability. And I bring relief after tension. Heavy conversations end, and it finally becomes clear where things are going next. But here is what matters most. Movement has already started, even if both of you are pretending nothing has changed. In my shadow, quiet emotional distance begins. No arguments, no scenes. You just start drifting apart. Sometimes it is a slow withdrawal from the relationship. Fewer messages, fewer meetings, fewer conversations about the future. Sometimes the decision has already been made internally. The person is still there physically, but emotionally they have already left. Sometimes the relationship continues out of habit. Calm, comfortable, but no longer alive. I can also point to literal distance, different cities, relocation, different life directions pulling people apart, or relationships at a distance that slowly lose their strength over time. Sometimes, instead of a conversation, someone chooses distance. Not because everything is clear, but because speaking feels too difficult. Sometimes emotions are pushed aside just to keep things peaceful. The conflict disappears, but honesty disappears with it. Very often there is loneliness inside the relationship. You are still together, but no longer truly connected. Sometimes one of you is already ready to move forward, while the other is still holding on to the past. Sometimes the transition is forced by circumstances, work, family, relocation, life changes, and sometimes the relationship ends internally long before it ends externally. So my question is always the same. Are you moving through a difficult transition together, or is one of you already moving forward alone? I am the Six of Swords. I do not break relationships suddenly. I show the moment when the old story has already ended. You just have not decided yet what to do with the new one.